Welcome back to Daily Persuasion. I'm Joshua Lisec, and today I want to share with you a little bit about the anti-reading list that I've shared with others on the X platform. Now, there is a character named Sam Enright who wrote, reading it to you now, I think I would find more value in an anti-reading list, a list of bad books and articles that are commonly recommended by smart people, but which are detested by people with deep expertise in the subject. What are the most harmful ideas in the field I am at risk of being taken in by? What is the anti-reading list in your field of expertise? So this is a great question for someone like me, who is a New York Times bestselling author and co-author, a nonfiction ghostwriter of 96 individual titles, and also a certified professional hypnotist. I have ghostwritten on a number of topics, as you would well know. The three books that are regularly recommended that are no-goes are Atomic Habits, which is a millennial rewrite of Scott Adams' book, How to Fail at Almost Everything and Still Win Big. It takes a few of his ideas, removes them, and expands it from the length of, a blog post to a whole book. That's why it's on the anti-reading list. Next is Sapiens by Yuval Noah Harari, which betrays a sort of blank slate view of human nature, of humanity, and takes a materialist, fatalist, and yet somehow ultra-liberal perspective on human nature that doesn't take into the account that good and evil as forces exist, just like any other force. And so we have an entire book about human beings without a fundamental aspect of human nature that is metaphysical, useless. And then, of course, there's the 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. Now, this is a book that I happen to know is wildly popular in prisons and in jails throughout the United States. The reason it is because can you think of a demographic with less power over their own lives than literal prisoners, convicts, men who are numbers? That sucks, doesn't it? Talk about an oppressed group. Jeez. Anyway, that particular book teaches one a number of different things that are not immediately practical. You learn a lot and you feel smart, but you don't necessarily learn anything you can try today. But the things you can try today are to be ultra manipulative to a pessimistic and even doomer extent with your family and close friends and become ultra off-putting. If you know anybody who has tried to implement any lessons from that book, you don't want to do business with them. You don't want to be dating them. You definitely don't want to be married to them. You want to be as far away from them as possible. So these are sort of anti-advice books for a number of reasons. There's Joshua Lisec's anti-reading list.